Hey, what's up, universe? It's 10:08 p.m. on Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. So I just had a great evening with some folks from Zendesk and just networking and meeting other people that also, our clients use Zendesk in their companies, and some of the partners of Zendesk. And I spent the bulk of the evening with Nicole and Drew, who are, I mentioned that Nicole's the director of community relations, and then Drew, we just connected. I realized why I didn't know his official title, because I hadn't actually connected with him on LinkedIn, but he is like customer experience manager, something of that nature, I think. And then I met another woman that I spoke with at length tonight. So there were two meetings, right? Like the account, I'm going to get people's titles messed up. I call them, I don't know if it's right, but our account executive that I had in the role that I just left invited me. There were two meetings, two get-togethers tonight, and they overlapped. One started a little bit earlier than the other. My account rep or account exec from my previous role, the one I just left, invited me to the get-together that was starting earlier. So I went out there, got a chance to meet him, which was great. Connected with him, talked with him. Would love to keep talking with him, because I didn't get a chance to speak with him early on. When we first arrived, he showed up a little bit later. So definitely would love to keep connecting with Logan. And there was a woman, Ciara from Zendesk, and I think she's, what is it? Is she the VP? I think so, of customer experience for North America, if I remember right. Again, like I said, I'm going to get people's titles a little messed up. And we had a great chat at length as well, just around some of the stuff that I have questions about, being the Zendesk developer user group leader, and code and all this kind of stuff, and what could be released, I'm looking out for relationships, if you can imagine that. I just want to make sure that whatever is going on in the user group is, on the level with everybody involved. I'm not looking to disrupt anything. I'm just really keen on making sure everything's cool. The reason that even comes up is because, you've got, Zendesk has a marketplace. There's apps that you can buy for the platform. They've got partners. There's professional relationships and this kind of a thing, and other companies rely on this marketplace. You know what I mean? And then there's the flip side of the developers group, and not everybody has access or resources to the money or developer resources to build things out, or to pay for some of these professional tools that are out there in the marketplace, that kind of a thing. So that's where open source or a community-driven solution could be created through the developer group that I lead. Yet I don't want to go out and do that if it's going to cause problems, and it's been something that I raised from the very beginning. And so I keep keep raising it because it's important. So it's just really cool to make these connections and have these conversations. And just, they're the different people I speak to, they're oh, that's a good question. Who should we put you in touch with? And it just leads to this blossoming, right? It's just more of this just expansion of these connections. And he saw me cheesing at the beginning of this video because I'm just this is amazing. I am very grateful to be here. I'm just, the way this all unfolds, man. This is what I meant, back in we'll say back in 2020, right? I was going through a program, which is where I met my ex-wife, actually. My second ex-wife. I have two ex-wives in case you guys don't know. But anyway, I was going through a program, and it was, what was the connection that I was even going to make with that? Sorry, I just totally derailed myself. What was I going to go on about? Hold on, I need to back up. It's almost like I want to stop the video now because I don't even know what I'm talking about. What was the whole reason I even mentioned that? Now I'm starting to get light sweats because now I feel like I'm holding people up. What was it? So there was Logan, professional development, like expansion, network connections, like, what was it? Oh, man. Well, I don't even know. It was something about gratitude. I was going on about gratitude. And I guess, the thing that kind of comes up, but I'm just not getting that, oh, yeah, is that I just know this isn't the connection that I was meaning to make, but just the way that things line up, the way it all works out. Yeah, I know what it is now. Thank you for being patient with me. So I was going through a program in 2020, and I gave away all my stuff in October, and I went out to Reno. And there were so many things that happened like before I went out to Reno. Like, I had left a job like in April of 2020, and just the way that things unfolded financially and things just showing up at just the right time. And that's another thing I was going to mention earlier today too. Okay, I don't know if most of you have probably seen Indiana Jones and what is it? What's the last one? Search for the Holy Grail, right? And there's the scene, well, look, when he goes into the, I don't like, I'm sure you guys have seen it, whatever, but for you, those of you that haven't, I don't like spoiling things, right? So there's the scene when he's going into the lion's den, it's towards the end of the movie, and there's like, the 3 tests, right? And then you've got that bridge, man, that doesn't look like it's there. And it's that step of faith, that leap of faith. It's believing that whatever is meant to support him is there. And dude, I'm telling you, that scene makes me cry every time, because that's exactly what it is. It's exactly like that. So I have had so many of these experiences of things just showing up right on time. It's like that song Right on Time by the Red Hot Chili Peppers on the 1999 Californication album. It's right on time. I'm not going to sing very well, but anyway, it's like right there, right on time. And it shows up, and that to me is the work, man, trusting that and surrendering to that. It's also like, and this is something, this is related to my ex-wife, the Avatar, The Last Airbender. I wish I could tell you the episode and the season. I can't. I can tell you it's the Aunt Wu episode, right? And for those of you that haven't seen the Avatar, The Last Airbender, go check it out. Phenomenal show. There's this woman in this episode, and she can tell the future, right? And everybody in the town, like, she's a soothsayer, right? She's a seer. Everybody in the town loves Aunt Wu and like has their whole life like revolving around what she says, right? And the whole episode is just about this kind of thing where it's like stuff happens and it's just like you never know. It could just show up at just the right time, dude. like right there. And I'm telling you, that's why it's a stretch, because my brain loves certainty. And I know the practices that I do, right? To center myself and to ground myself and to lean into surrender and to lean into that trust. And that's why it happens a lot of times, man. And that's why it's a stretch. It wouldn't be a stretch if it didn't happen, where I kind of lose my shit a little bit, you know, where I'm like on my edge and I'm like, I have been doing everything I could think of. Oh, what is going on? You know, the anxiety gets built up inside of me around the unknown, the uncertainty, to where I just get to a point where I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, is this like, what am I doing? You know, the questions start to come, the pressure starts to come, the anxiety starts to come. And I can feel myself being like right there. I'm like, oh my God, it's like right here. Like, and that's where I'm like, I just, you know, I have to center myself. I have to ground myself. I have to remind myself that it's going to be okay. And that's why I said earlier in one of my videos where like, I got to leave myself open to potential, because stuff like this morning, like, had I checked my email, I would have seen the email notification that the funds were coming, but I didn't. I just checked and they hadn't arrived. So I went, you know, left the phone alone for a little bit. And then when I got to the airport, to the gate, checked it again, and boom, there it was. And so it's just like having that faith that it's gonna be fine, you know, and just being so certain in that. That's like my dream state, dude. That's like my Zen state, where it's like, ain't nothing getting me off center, because I know, like, in my body, it's fine. I'm obviously not there yet, but that's why it's a stretch. But yeah, I've had these things happen over and over and over again. And the whole Ant Wu thing, you know, that's just it's a great example of that principle of surrender and trust and, you know, just the unfolding of things, trusting the process. I hear it all the time. Oh, trust the process. I used to hate that. But I've come to learn to have a deep appreciation and even a love for the process. Fall in love with the process. I kind of get it, you know. Anyway, I don't mean to keep rambling on. I just mainly wanted to capture that stuff, and also just express my deep gratitude for the connections and the contacts and the relationships. And just so you guys know too, like, these are the things I pray for. I've prayed a lot about the right contacts, the right connections, the right relationships. Like, I go through a whole spiel of stuff, dude. It's in my audio journals, you know what I mean? It's all there. And so I'm so grateful. When I say that we live in a magical universe, it's because I fully believe that, like, we can legit create the experiences that we want. There's just things about how to do that, you know. And it's not easy because of the way that we've been programmed and the way that we've been taught, and how, you know, we may feel about doing those certain things to, like, make things happen, or to, like, participate with the universe. And I don't mean, like, make them happen. You don't force them to happen. You attract them. Like, you align yourself with the frequency to bring that into your life, to attract that into your life. Well, this ain't no digital radio where you can just, like, hit a button and find the frequency. Like, there's usually a lot of shit in the way. You know what I mean? There's usually, like, a lot of cruft up here that needs to be scraped out and removed and all of that kind of crap. Anyway, I don't even feel as centered right now as I would like to be, communicating some of this to you. I'm excited, I'm grateful, but even being excited is off base, you know what I mean? Just because, like, just because I'm excited and I am, like, it feels positive, it's still on the other side of the spectrum, you know what I mean? Like, I can feel anxiety and worry and that's on the lower end of the spectrum, and that's off my center. But even if I'm like really super excited and happy, that's the other end of the spectrum. It's still off my center. So I like to be grounded. I look to be grounded. And so I can just tell like I'm a little off because I'm more excited than grounded. So anyway, I've kind of talked a lot. I appreciate you guys listening. Hey there. Thanks for watching. All right. Well, I will chat with you all later. And thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for being here. All right. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.